Hello, and welcome to Movie Measure's video tutorial series. In this video, I'll be showing you how to confirm your tasks and showtimes using the Fandango website. We recommend the Fandango website because it gives you both the screen formats and auditorium numbers for each showtime. On the left side of the screen, you will see I have searched for the Regal Dole Theater in Honolulu. On the right side of the screen, I have my Notes app open so I can keep track of the showtimes and screen numbers as I go. After you enter the Fandango website, you will want to make sure you select the correct date for the day of your actual audit. In this example, we are using Friday, the 28th of January. As you can see, the showtimes for all features are listed. We can even see the various different types of formats available. For this example, we are going to use the feature Spider-Man: No Way Home. The first thing to look for is any specific formats or prints that your feature may have. With this feature, we can see there is an IMAX format and a grouping of standard 2D prints. Additionally, the 2D has some specific formats listed. And if you're ever unsure what a format actually is, you can click on the format type and a description will pop up. For this theater, the Screen X is a special type of immersive theater and would need to be checked as a unique format. We also have an English subtitled format, which can also be called an open caption screen. And while there is only one showtime, this is a unique print that should be checked as its own format. Okay, let's begin with our IMAX screen. We can see there are 3 showtimes posted. And we can also see that the feature is 2 hours and 28 minutes long. However, because IMAX is a specific type of format, we also know that each of these showtimes will be on the same screen. Remember, we only want to check one showtime per screen's format. So for the IMAX, we only need to find out which auditorium it's in and make a note of it. If you ever want to confirm this, simply select another showtime and you should see that it's in the same auditorium. After I make note of the IMAX, the next step is to identify any other specific formats listed on the website. Since we already know that the Screen X is a specific format, it will also have its showtimes on the same screen. We treat this screen like the IMAX and simply need to check which auditorium we need to go to. Again, if you would like to confirm that a specific format's showtimes are in the same auditorium, simply select another showtime and verify the information. Open caption screens are also treated as specific formats. Even though you may only see one showtime, you still want to treat it as its own specific screen and confirm which auditorium number it is in. Now that we know we have at least 3 unique formats we need to audit, let's go back and take a look at our other standard 2D formats. Remembering our feature is 2 hours and 28 minutes without trailers lets us know there's going to be more than one screen here. This is apparent because the 12:30 and the 1 o'clock cannot share the same auditorium. This is also true of the 7:15 and the 7:50 because there is not enough time between them. In this case, we'll need to use the show break method to determine our task count. The show break method is where you estimate the number of showtimes a theater plays per screen and then divide that by the total number of showtimes for the format in question. Generally, a theater will have 4 showtimes per screen, and this is what we call a full set of showtimes. We also consider screens that have 3 showtimes full sets because this average varies, especially due to factors like the length of a film. A good tip is to look at the IMAX, PLF, or whatever large format screen your theater may have, and check the number of showtimes posted there. This method is particularly useful when your feature has a large number of showtimes, or you're auditing a multiplex theater where your feature may be on several screens. In our example, The IMAX has 3 show times listed. And although the average is 4, we can see here how the length of the film has affected that average. If we look at our total number of standard 2D prints, we see that there are 5, the 12:30 and the 1 p.m., which we already know cannot share a screen, the 4:25, and the 7:15 and 7:50, which we've also established cannot share a screen. However, based on the show break method, we would need at least 6 show times to constitute 2 full screens. So that lets you know you'll only need to check 1 show time in this grouping. Also, because most films are digital prints that can be moved around quite easily, you may find features that have only 1 show time in an auditorium. We typically do not require you to check auditoriums with single show times. However, if a single show time fits better with your schedule and completes your task count accurately, you can always audit that screen instead. Now I'm going to go back to our previous example. We're going to take a look at each of our standard 2D show times so you can see that the show break method of verifying task counts really works. We'll start with the 12:30. We can see the 12:30 is in screen 9. We're going to make a note of both the show time and the auditorium number so that we can easily see where the theater has placed the film. Next, we will check the 1 p.m. It's in auditorium 5. The next showtime is the 4:25. Here, you will see that the 4:25 and the 1 p.m. are in the same auditorium. This is important because you only need to check 1 showtime per auditorium format. So you will not need to check auditorium 5 more than once because both showtimes are the same format. Now we have the 7:15 and the 7:50. When we check the 7:15, we see that it's on the same screen as our open caption. However, the 7:15 is not an open caption print, so we will keep it down here with the other standard 2D prints and just make a note of its auditorium. Remember, even though open caption may share an auditorium with another print, and also may only have 1 showtime, it is considered its own format and it should be checked if possible. Now we have the 7:50, which is also on screen 5. What this tells me is that screen 5 is what we call a full set of showtimes. When mapping out your day, it's always best to check full sets of showtimes. In this case, the 12:30 and the 7:15 would be considered standalone prints. So when faced with this option, it's better to check a showtime in screen 5 rather than the 12:30 or the 7:15. So now we've come to the part where we can verify our number of tasks and map out the showtimes we need to check. Because the open caption only has 1 showtime and it is a specific format, I'm going to plan my day around that. Using the open caption screen, I can see that my best plan is to start with the IMAX at 1:30. Then I can do the 2 o'clock screen X, which lets me check the open caption at 3:50 and the standard 2D at 4:25. 4 tasks, 4 formats, and the 12:30 and the 7:15 are standalones that don't need to be audited. That concludes our tutorial on how to verify your task count and showtimes. Look for more tutorials on our website and YouTube channel, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thanks for watching.